Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in to the video. Well, what a day yesterday was. Yesterday was Thursday, 1/9/14. And I'll just tell you the story. I woke up about 6 o'clock in the morning. I usually don't get up that early, and the reason I got up is, I mentioned in videos before that sometimes I get these real bad migraines, and if you're a person that gets migraines, or know somebody that gets migraines, a friend or family member, they can be very debilitating, and you just want to sleep until it's just done with. And they make medications for it, but all the medications, most of them or all of them that I know of, have caffeine in it, and I'm hypersensitive to caffeine, so I can't really take those pills. So it's usually a pain pill or a lot of Advil or whatever, and sleep it off. So I didn't get up until maybe 12:30, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And then it got after 2 o'clock, around 2:30 or so, I believe it was, and my son was getting ready to go to work, and somebody rang the doorbell, which is, that's normal. Somebody's either trying to sell something or deliver something or whatever. And he answered the door, and he stepped out, and then he came back in. He says, there's some people here to see me and you. And I said, well, who is it? And he says, it's the police. I go, the police? So I didn't know anything about it, and like I said, I've got this horrible migraine. So I go out there, and there's 3 gentlemen out there. And let me go on, before I go any further, the gentleman couldn't be any nicer. Very nice gentleman. And there's 3 of them, and one of them showed me his badge, and I don't remember, none of the other 2 that I remember showed the badge. They might have, but like I said, the headache was just raging. And one of them gave me the cards, and I just want to say, and I told him that Deputy Nichols of our local police department was a very nice gentleman, and he did most of the talking. He also said, I believe he said he was a bomb techer, had to do with the bomb division at the at our local police department. So they said that they were here not to arrest us or get us in trouble, or we weren't in trouble, that they just wanted to educate us on some things. And they said that they had seen our YouTube videos on mainly about us exploding the Tannerite targets and exploding other things with them. So they wanted to know as far as some of the places we've been exploding them. They said they've actually been to one of the places and picked up some of the stuff that we had used and things like that. But also then I was informed and given this piece of paper here, and I've got a lot of lamps on here, but it's still kind of dark. They gave me this piece of paper, and I'll show you about this. And then it's an application for the State Explosive License, Bureau of the Fire Prevention and the Regulatory License Section. And it says a division of the State Fire Marshal. So it goes on to show if you want to manufacture, distribute of explosive, which no. Dealer of explosives, no. User explosives, says a $125 fee to do that. Then you have to fill out all this information. It's really almost like a background check type thing. You even have to provide your fingerprints, and then it goes on to say what type of explosive you're using. It says black powder and dynamite and things like that. And the very last thing is 2-component, which of course 2-component also is binary explosive, which is Tannerite and other things too as well. So if I could understand with like I said, the raging headache that I had, the migraine, that Deputy Nichols was trying to say that it was okay, in proper areas to use this if you're using it as a target, but that if you want to explode things like a microwave and other things, that you would have to fill out this application and pay this fee. He also informed me that one of the ranges that I went to quite a few months ago, that's way out of way, allows 1 day a week for people to shoot these things, the Tannerite targets, but of course you can't blow anything up, which I did not know, which is great information, so I do appreciate that information. So, but one thing, he says, you need to, you always need to consider what's, and I understand, what's beyond you, there could be ricochet, things like that, understandable, what type of property you're on, understandable, and things like that. But then he says, well, you have to watch out because you can catch fires, and I said that that's not true, that there is no fires with Tannerite that I've ever seen. unless somebody is adding a flame to it and some type of some flammable substance. Now I know he's the expert, so I'm just going by what I've seen and what I read on the Tannerite website. So let me show you the video, and he referred to one of these things in the something in the video. So let me show you the video. It's about a minute long. Right in the middle. Oh! Jeez. Video. Up, look up. Go. Right. Okay, I'm back, and this is the video, part of the video that he actually mentioned. He says, look at that orange like fireball or whatever that's in there. Now, if you look at the other, I think I've only done 3 explosions. It might be 4. I'm not sure. I haven't counted. Maybe you have seen this out of 2 or 3, but let me tell you something. I added in extra color to this to make it even look better, because there's nothing like that here on the left. If you have computer software, and I don't have a real expensive computer software, I have Sony Vegas 11 or 12 or whatever it is, and it's not the Pro, but I went and added a little more yellow into this to make it look, pop out even more. So the original didn't look anything like that. So so let me show you what it says on the Tannerite website, and you guys go to tannerite.com. And check this out. And the main thing that I wanted to point out is Tannerite is not a firework or a pyrotechnic. These items have unique United Nations numbers separating them from each other. Tannerite is exempt from the state and federal regulatory controls under the Small Arms Exemption Clause as a shot indicator. When combining Tannerite, you are not required to have a license unless you choose to mix the compounds commercially. A situation that would require a license would be if a shooting range were to mix and sell the targets for any form of reimbursement, but an individual may mix and shoot Tannerite for any non-commercial sporting purpose. Tannerite and black powder are comprised of a combination of oxidizers and fuels. The difference is that Tannerite is much safer than ordinary black powder or any other sporting powder because of it is not flammable and will not burn in either its mixed or unmixed state. Furthermore, it can't start a fire when shooting it, since it is an oxygen rubber and as such will actually extinguish and suppress fire. And then it goes on to talk about other things too as well. So, I mean, the people that actually invented this stuff say different, but then I've got somebody that's bomb tech that tell me something different. One other thing I wanted to bring up, the third gentleman was there. He speaks up at the end, and like I said, the headache was still raging, and he mentioned his name, and he said he's from the FBI. Now, as the gentleman said from the FBI, well, you just have to also think that wherever you're doing this at, you could set off the explosion, and there could be underneath the ground somewhere and a pipe, like a natural gas pipeline or something like that, and it could explode that, and there could be just a huge, fireball and things like that. And the headache was still raging, and I just don't. Could it possibly happen? Maybe. Is it going to happen? I doubt it. You see hundreds and hundreds of these explosions. But then I got to thinking, why is the FBI there? Nowhere that was I blowing these up, in front of a building, or in any of my videos have I threatened to do anything to anybody. The only thing I can figure is because of some of the videos. I don't make very big political videos. I say some of my views, but just recently I made a video not too long ago about change is coming soon, you know, in the White House. You know, could that be it? Or I've been talking about government waste and things like that. I don't know. You know, I've been talking a lot more about the Second Amendment and things like that. I understand to a point why the local police would be here, but why the FBI, I still don't understand. You know, I might call the deputy back and, you know, maybe ask that question, or maybe you can get me in touch with the guy from the FBI. But I just want to let you know that that happened yesterday. It was strangely almost just like, I don't know if you guys have seen the video. There was a guy, and he actually videotaped his encounter. That he takes pictures all over the place. He was taking pictures, I believe it was of a bridge or something like that, and he was told that he couldn't. Well, there's no rule anywhere that you can't take pictures. And who shows up but local police and the FBI? And like I said, once again, you know, they also mentioned, you know, with the day and age, you have to be careful. And I understand all of that, but you know, there is no tent on doing anything bad and hurting people or anything like that. I could understand if in my videos I said I was going to do something bad, then I could understand the FBI showing up. Local police, I do understand that. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'm pretty sure there'll be a lot of them. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.